Hello folks, Kyle here, Dark Dirty Outdoors. Hey, welcome to another adventure. Today is kind of a three-prong attack here. I do intend to deer hunt this specific area next fall, so I am doing some scouting. Anytime I see something interesting, I'll bring that to you. Scouting for deer hunting. It's March 5th, Saturday, March 5th, I believe. So I am also shed hunting. Going to be looking for some shed antlers. This morning when I woke up, it was nice and cloudy, and about 45 minutes later, the clouds dissipated and I have bright sun now. But that's all right. I think we can still find. an antler if we can get it in an area that some bucks have been wintering in. I think that's the key. If you're not where they are, you're not going to find them. But if you can get in where there's some bucks that are wintering, and I think the other side of the road, I think I'm going to have some luck. But we'll see. And then the last thing I'm going to do, I haven't spent much time in this particular area, so I'm going to do a little bit of scouting for areas that I think are good potential for morels. Those should be popping here in about 5 or 6 weeks, maybe 7. If I could find some dead or dying elm trees, maybe some ash trees. I don't know, I think the ash borer beetle took out a lot of the ash trees around here, but I know there's elm trees in these areas, so if I can find a grove of those, it might be some good potential for morels and later this spring. Look at that. That is definitely the kind of sign I am looking for. That is fresh. That was definitely from this past fall. Check that out, boys. That right there, that's a nice rub. On a nice tree that's maybe 4 inches around. Awesome. Oh, there's another rub in this area. Not super impressive, but it is buck sign, and I do like to see that. What is that? Is that an antler? No, it ain't an antler. Is it an old yellow jacket hive crashed to the forest floor? Is that what it is? What is that? Oh, it's bones. Bones. I guess it's a dead deer. Check that out, folks. Yeah, it's a dead deer. It's a dead buck. See, it's a little 4-point. I don't know if you can see them antlers. I'll get the other camera on and we'll get a little better idea here. Check that out, folks. I found a deadhead. It is a buck. If you can see right there, it's got 4 points. I'll come around this way. You can see there's fur over here. Look, I don't know if coyotes got him or what, but that's a good look where you can see the rack. Definitely a 4-point. Start of little itty bitty brow tines. I don't think those are a 1/4 inch. They might be a 1/4 inch. I don't know. That's kind of cool. We found a deadhead. I'm probably going to leave those antlers be because I don't want to fool with it. It doesn't look like they were ready to fall off. He's been dead a long time, so. Kind of an interesting find out in the deer woods. There's a pretty nice rub. That tree is a good 4 inches around and it is scarred pretty deep. That's the kind of rub I like to see. Okay folks, this right here, it's a finger of one of the coves from the lake that reaches back up into the woods. And as you can see, it's got a good layer of skim ice on it. This is a big part of why I don't get excited about fishing in March, because you got ice in the backs of the coves, and even when you don't, when that ice finally melts off permanently, the water's really super cold. The fish are not active, they're not aggressive. You can catch fish this time of year, especially if you're pond hopping and targeting panfish and bass and that sort of thing. But I love getting out in the woods this time of year. You can see the trails, you can see the sign. You almost get a nice little road map of how the deer are using a particular area. So this is just another good sign of why I don't do a ton of fishing in March, but boy, it's coming. That's a really good rub right there. But it goes kind of low to the ground and it does not go real high up on the tree. So if I had to guess, I'd say probably a younger buck made this rub. Maybe even a 1.5-year-old. Just a guess. Now there is a very promising rub. That was definitely from this past fall. Some pretty good sign in this area. I like it. All right, folks, if you made it to this point in the video, you probably saw lots of footage of me walking through the woods. And that's a lot of what this is. You know, when you're shed hunting, it's about covering miles, right? Walking through woods, walking through fields, putting in the miles, looking and looking and looking. I mean, you can even walk right past one and not even know it was there. We did have a cool find. I mean, a little bit of a sad find. We found that deadhead, what was a 4-point. He didn't make it. That's a circle of life. Sometimes they don't make it. Found me a good place to sit down to wrap up my closure here. So yeah, I covered a lot of miles. Saw a lot of really good sign. I mean, I'm telling you what, I didn't film everything I saw, but I mean, there were times I was in areas where it looked like a cattle trail through there. So lots of fresh tracks. So I mean, I know I was in an area that there's a lot of deer that are wintering in here. They use it for sure. And I did obviously find the deadhead. So bucks are, you know, they'll use this area. Got about a mile to go to get back to the car, but So I'll keep looking as I'm going, and should I happen to find one, I'll obviously turn the camera on, but I don't think I'm gonna find an actual shed. Real happy with my scouting. I liked what I saw for a deer setup that I'm gonna utilize this fall. I didn't really find a good patch of dead elms, so I don't know if I found a new honey hole for morels, but anytime you can get out in the woods on March 5th and it's a sunshiny 70-degree day in Central Ohio, you're having a pretty good day. Thanks for watching.